Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Been another big week in real estate, and we obviously had the results, or the attempted results of the US election. Still up in the air, but I think most of us would agree it looks like Biden has won the game. But good old Donald, he's having a bit of fun on the way out. But anyway, let's get back to some local news. I understand it's a bit of a weekend for reunions. The Caversham Cricket Club, I understand, have a reunion happening on the 15th. So if you know any of the guys there, give them a buzz and catch up with a few. I understand it's their 80th anniversary. Played a bit of juniors with them, a bit of seniors with them when I was a young fella. So good luck to those guys, and I hope you have a great day. West Rail Workshops, there's a bit of a reunion for some of the guys there. A few of the fellas are getting well, I shouldn't say fellas because it would have been ladies as well. There's a bit of a reunion happening at the Grand Central between 11 and 4 on Saturday. So good luck to all those guys, and hopefully you have a great day and share a few memories. Getting back to the real estate part of it, last week, like I say, been busy. It continues to be pretty steady, sort of around that 900 mark in terms of sales every week. 910 was the actual figure released by the Institute of Western Australia. Stock levels are sitting at 10,221, which is slightly up from where we were last week, only about 1%. And that's sort of just a small fluctuation, but we're still down in terms of stock levels, 2% on what we were 4 weeks ago, and some 28% down on a year ago. So obviously the market's still fairly buoyant. Interesting part was house sales were down a little bit, about 7%. Unit sales were up 5%, and land sales were up just over 25%. So it'll look a bit of a mixture during that week, but obviously overall still fairly steady. Rentals, in terms of what's happening out there, inquiry is still very solid. We're getting very big numbers to our viewings. In fact, we've had a couple of viewings which have been over 30. In fact, one was 40 people in attendance. So that means it will be pressure to rents. We've all talked about that. People in current leases, obviously, there's not much can happen with the rent returns there for the investors. But come March, and once a lot of COVID restrictions are over, we will see definitely quite a sharp increase, I think, in rents almost immediately at the end of March. The amount of properties available in terms of rentals is down, 54%. On what it was a year ago, so that's a clear indication where the market's at. Inquiry overall throughout, whether it's buying or selling, whether it's renting or lease, we want to think about leasing properties out. The overall inquiry to us as an agency is well up. And people are seeking guidance and on direction. I've had several landlords ringing me asking me, what do you think 2021 is going to look like? So I'll probably just give a bit of a forecast today on where I see 2021, and I'll continue to do that between now and January of next year. But I think we will see two things obviously happen. One, there will be increase in rents. Certainly be a kick after March. In terms of properties and sales and whether we're going to increase in equity or not. Look, there's already talk that West Australian and Australian market is up about 0.5%, and I would expect it will probably see growth between 3 to 5% next year, and possibly in some areas higher. But I think the 2021 is going to be a fairly positive one for real estate. I think it will also settle down a little bit as well. But once again, I think we're going to still have to see how JobKeeper and etc. affects us come the end of March. But overall, I think in West Australia we're looking pretty good. Great to see the Victorians relaxing some of their COVIDs, and it's great to see that their infection rate has dropped dramatically, and it's fantastic to see Australia opening up again. But I think we're going into a fairly positive mode going into Christmas, and it's going to be quite a relief for all of us. It has been a long year, I think we'd all agree with that. All the best for the weekend, and look forward to speaking to you next week. In the meantime, check out realestateplus.com.au.